Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is so late, like so last month, but I honestly love the end result. So I really just wanted to still post this video. So today we're going to be doing the Grinch. Okay, so you guys totally saw me doing this on my daughter, so I'm not going to make it super drastically long. I just really like the way this ended up, so I wanted to show you guys how I achieved it in a very quick sort of quick video. I am starting off with the half of my face that will not be a Grinch. So I'm applying with a little sponge, a little bit of foundation just to cover that half of the face. And then I'm going to go straight into working the eye look. So this eye look, I wanted it to be very glam, very glittery and green. I actually would totally wear this eye look on its own. I honestly don't remember all the colors that I used, but I definitely jumped into the I Love Serahi through my eyes ColourPop palette, the James Charles Morphe palette, the Jeffree Stars palette, and also the Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette. I basically took all the greens and threw it on one eye. You'd be really surprised on how many palettes do not have a green. I guess it's not a common color, but anyways, I'm just doing your traditional cut crease, adding a lighter color into my crease, going into deeper colors to really smoke out the crease and the outer edge. Then I'm going to go in with a concealer brush, really carve out my lid space. I do remember the colors on my lid. They were from the Alamar Cosmetics, both palettes. I believe it was Mojito was one, and then I forgot the color of the other one, but it's the greenish gold in the first Alamar Cosmetics palette. And then I took the Jeffree Stars Morphe palette and I used some of his green in there. It's kind of a green gold and it's a chunky glitter, and I added that all over the lid to create that really ombre look of a cut crease. So once we're done with the eye, we're basically just going to move on to the rest of the face. Remember though, we're only doing half, not really even half of the face, like a quarter of the face. So I'm just going to go ahead, add some concealer, blend that out, go ahead and work on my brows. And I'm not going to do any kind of like bronzing or blush because like I said, we still need to go in and map out the Grinch side of the face. So once that is done, I can always come back. But I just went ahead, added some concealer, some setting powder, did the eyebrows, and then moving on to the other side of the face. So for the other side of the face, before I map it out, I'm going to go ahead and begin to glue down my eyebrows. This is like a key thing. You don't want your hair on your eyebrows to really be sticking out, especially when you apply the face paint. So I'm going to go ahead and begin to glue that down before I go ahead and add the face paint and start to map out everything. So I'm going in with a dark lip liner pencil, just kind of mapping out everywhere I want the face paint to go. For this, I used like a plum color, thinking I wanted the edges of the face to be dark. I actually regretted this halfway through, and I felt like I should have gone in with a nude, but I ended up making it work. But I remember for my daughter's tutorial, I used a nude, and I just thought it was so much better. I don't know why I use this dark lip liner, honestly, but it is what it is, so we're moving on. So then because I didn't like the purple, I just wanted to add some black. So I went into some black face paint and began to start tracing right on top of the plum lip liner. Oh my god, I cannot speak. Just to kind of clean everything up. As you can tell, the lip liner kind of made it a little bit jagged and a little hard to do it very precise. So I felt like this black face paint just really went in and cleaned up all those lines and made everything seem very sharp and smooth. So this is when the easy part comes in. I just begin to place that green face paint all over my face. I wish that I would have had the exact match of green colored eyeshadow as this face paint because I love the color green. I don't know why I didn't think about it of just using a translucent powder to set it, but I didn't. So anyways, here we are. So you just apply this green face paint all over your face. Then I went into a little bit of the white face paint, and I wanted this to just kind of act as a concealer typically would, kind of highlighting underneath my eyes, above my brow, and my chin. It just lightened the look up a little bit before I went ahead and started setting everything in place. This right here is a part that I kind of regret doing. I should have just used a translucent powder, but I was trying to get a little bit of more of the green to show. So I went into the James Charles Morphe palette and I took his green eyeshadow and I tried using that to set my whole face, and I honestly don't like how green and like a dark green it made my face. I really wanted his face to stay this light green, which is more resembled to him in the movies. I don't know why I just didn't use translucent powder, but you know what? Makeup is makeup and you can always fix it later on. So we're just going to move on from this step. Now, moving on to the brows, I just went ahead and I used the black face paint again and just started doing very hair-like strokes and then dragging it upward because he does have very bushy brows. His brows in the movie are like more green, but that's a little bit difficult to accomplish when I don't have different shades of green. Maybe I could have mixed the black with the green to create a darker shade, but it is what it is. I just went ahead and I decided to do black eyebrows. So this is very simple. As you can see, you just start following your own brows, but be creating very long hair-like strokes. So once you're done mapping out basically the whole eyebrow, I'm going to go to the very tip of my eyebrow in the middle at the arch, and I'm going to begin to do a triangle. It's giving you that very mad, kind of upset Grinch-like effect. I'm using a little bit of powder and then I'm going to go in with eyeliner and really start to define those hair-like strokes. Then I go back into that green eyeshadow from the James Charles palette and I begin to pack it on top of the eyebrow just so that the color green can kind of stick to the stickiness of the black face paint, giving it a little bit of a green tint to it. So then I'm going to start the shading around the kind of what do you can call it, like the face off kind of mapping that I did where I'm half Grinch, half not, just giving it that smoky kind of blended effect so it's not just such a harsh line. Everything in this look is very tedious because it requires a lot of blending and a lot of smoking out to make everything look very blended but still kind of sharp and cut. Like I said, the blending is going to be extremely tedious, so now I'm going back into a different shade of green and going on top of that color that I placed below the black, just to make the color seem very green-like but still smoky. So honestly, this tutorial is going to be going into one color, then going back into the other color, then going back and forth, just blending away. It is a lot of blending. I honestly thought this look would be a lot easier than what it was. It seemed so easy on my daughter, but it ended up being so long. It took me about 3 hours to create this look because there was so much blending, but honestly, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I'm not surprised. So then moving on to the tip of the nose, I went into the Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette and picked up a dark green that she had and began to carve the Grinch nose and then V'd it down all the way to the top of my top lip. So with that same Jaclyn Hill color, I'm going to do all the wrinkles on his face. So I start with the nose and kind of just angle everything down. And just, this is kind of, again, mapping everything out before I start to go in with different shades of green and start to kind of blend and smoke everything to make it look very wrinkled like. But again, this is just mapping everything out. So this is when shit gets real and it starts to take a very long time because you do want these wrinkles to seem very cartoon-ish but still kind of real. So I'm going back and forth into a dark green and then a light green and just flipping back and forth on blending out those wrinkles and making everything seem very real and less, or very cartoonish and less so perfect, I guess you can say. I'm sorry my explanation is all over the place. Honestly, it's kind of hard to explain this tutorial. Don't mind me practicing my Grinch face, but I had to do it to create the wrinkles underneath my lips because he has that in the movie as well. So again, I'm just mapping it out and then going to be going in and shading everything. So once I'm done with that, this is the easy part. I just took a little bit of a red lip liner, just went ahead and coated my bottom lip with the red lip liner and went ahead with a matte liquid lip. So this is very important to use a matte liquid lip so nothing transfers to the top lip. But what's tricky about it is that you kind of have to keep your mouth open for a little bit so that it gives time for the liquid lip to dry so that it does not transfer upwards. And I am using a Morphe liquid lip. I forgot if this one's called Virgin, I want to say. Possibly, but it's my favorite red hot liquid lip from them. So I felt like the part of my neck looked a little bit jagged. So I just wanted to go in with a little bit of concealer or foundation. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was foundation actually. Just to clean everything up, I took the sponge, blended it out, and voila, we have sharp lines. So of course my camera died on me after I did the whiskers, or before I did the whiskers. So I just went ahead and I used an eyeliner, a pen eyeliner, and just dotted some whiskers on my upper lips, and it also died on me when I was doing the wrinkles on the other side of my face. So low-key, looking back at this video, I kind of wish that I wouldn't have done those wrinkles on my face. I mean, you can kind of see the effect of it, but I kind of liked it without it. I kind of liked the clean look of the no wrinkles on the other side of the face. But it is what it is. I had already started and I wasn't going to erase, but if you guys are going to do this tutorial, I would just go ahead and kind of X out that extra step. So to tone down the black whiskers, I went ahead and whatever was left over on the sponge when I applied the green face paint, I kind of just went on top of the black, and I feel like it blended on top really well and made it look more Grinch-like versus very precise black polka dots on my face. So I'm going to go ahead, reapply some red liquid lips, apply only a half of a lash to the Grinch eye, add my green wig, and that is the conclusion of this tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. I'm so sorry it was so late. This was so 2019 and we're so 2020, but you know what? Next year Christmas, girl, you can be the Grinch with this tutorial, okay? Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this Grinch tutorial. I know that I just did it with my daughter, Benzie. I know that I just did it with my daughter, but I kind of just wanted to show you guys what it would look like on you. Tonight, excuse my dog. Apparently when I'm recording, he like wants to start playing with his squeaky toy. But tonight we are having our Friendsmas party. This is like our 3rd or 4th year in a row. And this year we wanted to do a Christmas movie theme. You have to dress up like a Christmas movie. So obviously I am the Grinch, but I feel like I'm like a little bit of a cuter Grinch. Can you stop it, sir? So cute. Like, can you even yell at him? Say hi. He's like, who the hell are you? Give me that green hair. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys. Do the Grinch face. Say bye. Bye, guys.